Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today we're doing a quick patch rundown. If you guys haven't seen the game, new update 3.1.2 out to most devices, iOS, Android. They added a couple things, just minor things, nothing crazy new like before we had the home run derby or anything like that. But a couple small fixes. We're gonna run it down today. If you're new here, get subscribed. We do, patch rundown reviews. My first thoughts. We did a video back when we got the new stadium that just came out, the new pitches that just came out, putting together guides to help you guys get better at the game, all that good stuff. But first thing up, they added league news, so just something a little fun to like spice things up. If you think about playing like Madden Ultimate Team or like FIFA or like Madden Mobile, stuff like that, you get Madden Career Mode or Franchise Mode, you get news about the other team. So just a little fun. This changes based on like if your player did really well, or if someone got like a perfect game or something, or a team's on a really good win streak. Just random stuff that's auto-generated based on your league. There's text of it sometimes a little weird, but it's cool. Something new to keep things interesting, see what's going on with the other teams. Once again, nothing major. You'll see, if you look on the internet, you'll see a bunch of different ones of people, posting pictures of what they've seen. But pretty cool. I think it'd be funny if they can integrate, like ChatGPT to write something really more in-depth, have like a news article or something, but we might not be there quite yet. So that's the first change with the league news. Another thing they changed though on the main screen here in terms of the league news is that they've just put a small quality of life thing. It shows you the ballpark it's being played at. It has a kind of a picture background of it. Before, I think you just had to go to your schedule and see if you're at home or away, but sometimes, you don't really know what the other team's stadium is here. It tells you now in the right before you play the game. Second change they have on the patch notes is some new customization options for your players. It's actually cool, but it's really weird because if your player currently is wearing some of the sunglasses, the bigger sunglasses that cover your player's face, you can't really see the eye black, so it really defeats the purpose. Like right here, LeBron, he has those big sunglasses. You can't really tell. If I move over, right, to someone with nothing on, you'll be able to tell. Some cool options here. Nothing too fancy, too crazy. You can put to really customize your players if you want. Same goes for pitchers. So I'd recommend, right, if you have a player, you want to try the eye black, take off their sunglasses because you've just been spending money and you can't even see the eye black really that's put on. The next thing though is if you go into the gear tab, they've added new bats and glasses, which is cool. We might buy a couple of these. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see, and we can get one and try it out in the game. But this is like it's like a Lord of the Rings staff, like a wizard staff. This is like a classic Louisville Slugger. We have some big ones though, some big hams. I don't even know what this is, like a tiki pole. That might be pretty cool. We might just go with that, but yeah, let me know if there's any you guys want to see in particular, and we can go ahead and play with the new ones. And they also have new glasses. So as we talked about with the eye black, if you get a new glasses, for something like this, like the ski goggles, you might want to make sure that don't put the eye black on because you won't be able to see it. But a couple new ones. I like the skinny visor, the throwbacks, and then these ones are pretty cool as well. So, like I said, these things, it costs money. It's not going to make your stats any better. It just makes your player look a little cooler. If you want to spend your money on anything, get accessories, right? These actually make you have better stats. So unlike the gear, the accessories will actually make your stats better. The other ones are just purely cosmetic, just makes your stuff look cooler and things like that. So next up, though, we have adding the pitcher's multi-position. So if you guys don't know, multi-position's been in the game for a while now, where it pretty much lets you pick a secondary position for your players. So before, let's say we had a center fielder, I can unlock these slots. I can turn them into like a first baseman or a second baseman or whatever. Usually, right, in real baseball, you might see this used. You're rotating out your players. Maybe someone's injured or someone wants a day off, and you'll shift somebody from like outfield to second base or something. But in Baseball 9, guys, it's actually useless. Don't buy it. It's not worth it. It actually makes your players worse as well. So they've unlocked that for the pitchers now. So you can unlock this slot. We're just going to unlock it just to show you what it looks like. And you can choose, if you want them to be a start. If they are a starter, you can choose between reliever or closer. And it looks like, let's say LeBron's a starter. We put him in as a reliever. He gets 1.3 times the experience. Closer, he gets 1 times. But the reason why I say it's not worth it is because you'll see down here, the maximum effective secondary position is 95% of attributes. So it doesn't matter what you do, right, with the secondary position, it's not going to be full strength. So we see here he has like 101 control, all these stats here. You move him to a secondary position, and the highest will be is 95%, and that's the max, right? It could be even lower. So you're literally putting them in, and they're not going to be as good. Like, we already have dedicated players. And if your roster's not filled out, if your roster's not, 100% completely upgraded, then it doesn't really make sense either to spend extra money on that, because you're just going to make them tired. Right, if you don't have enough relievers, it's not worth it pulling your starter to be relief duty. They're not going to be as good, and it's going to cost money to purchase all that stuff. So I'd recommend just ignoring it. Just like with batters, just ignore it. There's no real reason for you to move somebody unless you want to, make it more realistic to like line up with what it's like in real life. But wouldn't recommend. Also, because it's so easy, right? The other effect is usually in baseball, maybe you'll have a player who's tired, he's a day off, you want to put someone in, play a different position. But Baseball 9, it's so easy to get a condition drink. It's 150 gems for a 50 pack, which is not very expensive. You can get that pretty easily just doing the daily missions that can get you gems. You can watch the ads and get gems. You can even do more gems, or you just get gems from playing the game. And you can, if your player gets tired, you just go ahead and use a condition drink. There's no reason for you to like switch someone's position because they're tired or you don't want them to get injured. And then for pitchers, the same thing, right? You can go ahead and use that. So wouldn't really recommend it. Not really, much of anything. Waste of resources, in my opinion, until they either change how conditioning drinks work, how injuries work. Maybe multi-position gets revamped and is a little better later, but right now it's not very useful. Now, the last main thing they added was change and balance of the pitch control. So if you guys don't know, you can there's actually a practice mode. You can go pitching or batting practice. You can choose a pitcher, choose a batter. But pretty much what they did here is before, when you had your control stat, this circle here where it shows you kind of where the pitch is going to go. If you have a worse control stat, that circle's bigger, so it's likely that your pitch might go somewhere else farther out. But they've kind of changed it now where it's specific to each pitch, whereas before you run through, all the pitches have kind of the same circle. Now if you go through different pitches, you'll see that circle changes. So it seems like it's some combination of your pitcher's control rating and then the individual pitch rating. You can see here with the Euro, my control's 111, and Euro's an off-speed gyro, I don't know how you say it, but anyways, it's my worst pitch right now, 88 in that, but you can see the circle's bigger. If I move to something, same off-speed pitch, a little bit higher, the Vulcan, it's smaller, right? Even though my control's the same, it's the differences between that. So we're not sure exactly how they, program it, what the ratio is, what they look like, but it does change. And then you have your, fastballs as well, a separate category. So control is still pretty important, right? You can see here with good control, we can really do our best to place it in the corners where you get the +5 or +10 bonuses. Perfect pitch bonus if you place it out there. So just to give you an example, I'll put in a picture with a worse control rating, and you can see here the circles are a little bigger. It's not as good, so it's just a little harder, more variance for when you throw the pitches. But that's pretty much it. Not too much in this patch. A couple just very small things. I would say the most impactful update, I think, is going to be the balance of pitch control, because that directly affects gameplay. It's a small change. Most of you probably won't notice too much, but it is a small change, and it is there. The other stuff, just purely quality of life, making the game, the menus a little better, the game having some more options. Like I said, with the gear, the eye black, for one, if you wear glasses on some of them, you can't even see it, so it's completely useless. And two, the eye black, the new glasses, the bats, they don't affect your stats anyway. It's just if you want to look cool, if you have extra money or resources to spend. The league news, cool, makes it more immersive, but once again, not really changing the gameplay in any meaningful way. Although I've seen people say, though, this new patch, they always say at the end there's bug fixes. So most of the time, something is changed with the gameplay. We know in the past, the OGs, we know home runs used to be really easy to hit home runs, and then they made home runs harder. They changed that like so many times in the past couple of years, so I can't even keep track because they won't tell us in the patch notes. But from initial comments, it seems like people think that maybe the age of really long 500 plus home runs are back. So we'll have to test it out a little more to see. But let me know in the comments below, what you're excited for in this patch. If you want, you like any of the new upgrades that you can buy with the bats and stuff, anything cool, or if you want me to try anything else. And also let me know what else you think they should put in the game. Comment down below, join the Discord, discuss all that good stuff. Thanks for watching. Patch Rundown. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.